Welcome back, Myco listeners, to another exhilarating episode of the TMN Podcast. I'm your host, Nova Mycelia, and today we have an extraordinary show lined up for you in Season 2, Episode 5. Get ready to embark on an adventurous journey as we dive deep into two mind-blowing topics that are sure to spark your curiosity. Mushrooms and mind, the psychological effects of fungal experiences, and from Earth to Mars and far beyond, the potential for fungal life in space. But hold on to your spores, because before we jump into those captivating discussions with our fabulous guests, Myco Capman and Mira Fungwell, I have some thrilling TMN announcements to share. First off, as you may know, we've been navigating the challenges from recent hurricanes, particularly Hurricane Helene. We've experienced a few hits here at the Mushroom Network, but despite Hurricane Helene's challenges, our resilient community is bouncing back stronger than ever, just like the fungi we admire. And amidst the anticipation of the upcoming TMN Marketplace, there's another surprise in store for you, the launch of TMN Social. Imagine a mycology-focused social networking site exclusively tailored for mycologists and fungi enthusiasts to connect, share knowledge, and celebrate our shared passion. But that's not all. This unexpected delay has also afforded us an opportunity to enhance our content offerings. Get ready to enjoy a plethora of new articles, Myco-Deep-Dive videos, and more as we continue to enrich your learning experience. And speaking of learning, we're excited to unveil the revamped version of our free mycology course, Introduction to Mycology, exploring the fascinating world of fungi. With 17 engaging lessons, you'll dive into the captivating world of fungi at your own pace, uncovering their ecological roles, diverse applications, and profound impacts on humanity. And the best part besides this entire course being free, it's a living course, which means we'll continuously update and expand the content, ensuring you're always learning the latest and most relevant information about these incredible organisms. Check out the link in the description or visit the Mushroom Academy, only found on the TMN site, www.themushroomnetwork.com. And make sure to stick around after our Myco-Deep-Dives, as we have some spectacularly new spore-based tunes for your ears to enjoy.
Picture this. It's the 70s, you're at a Grateful Dead concert, the music's flowing, the crowd's vibing, and suddenly, bam. The music isn't just something you hear, it's like a kaleidoscope exploding in your mind. That's the wild world we're diving into today, psilocybin mushrooms.
It's not just a flashback to the summer of love, though. These mushrooms and their hallucinogenic effects have been a part of human experience for, well, centuries, really.
We're talking ancient rituals, new therapies, even legendary music inspired by these things. But before we go too far out there, let's break down the science of these psychedelic trips.
Right. At the core of it all is psilocybin, a naturally occurring compound. And get this, when you ingest psilocybin, it's almost like it takes over your brain's happy circuits. It's mimicking serotonin, the mood and perception conductor of your brain, and it latches onto specific receptors, especially this one, the 5-HT2A receptor.
So it's like psilocybin puts on a serotonin costume and sneaks into the brain's VIP section.
Exactly. And those 5-HT2A receptors, they love to hang out with the control centers for your senses, your mood, your whole processing system. That's where the magic happens, or the hallucinations, I guess you could say.
Okay, so psilocybin is rubbing shoulders with these VIP receptors. What happens next? Sensory overload.
It's actually more complex than that. Imagine that voice in your head, the one always second-guessing, always worried about something. That's your default mode network, the DMN, psilocybin. It basically hits the mute button on that voice.
Wow, ego death.
Intense. Yeah. But what's that actually feel like, having your sense of self disappear like that?
People say it's like dissolving, like your boundaries are gone and you're part of everything. This profound feeling of interconnectedness. Imagine every cell in your body is like dancing with the universe. No wonder people have these life-changing experiences. It's not just that they're seeing the world differently, they're feeling themselves differently. And this ego death thing, it ties into another wild phenomenon, synesthesia, where psilocybin basically blends your senses. So we're basically talking about experiencing the world in a whole new way, like having new eyes, new ears. Tell me more about this synesthesia thing. It's like a superpower.
It's kind of like that, yeah.
Oh.
Psilocybin opens up this hidden pathway in our brains. It's like imagine hearing colors or even tasting shapes. For some people, that's just their reality. They experience synesthesia naturally. Their senses are wired differently. Their brains make these unusual connections between different sensory areas.
So some people just walk around with this sensory mixer in their heads all the time. But for the rest of us, how does psilocybin create this sensory mashup?
Well, remember how we were talking about psilocybin boosting those connections between different parts of the brain? Think of it like suddenly new bridges are built between all those sensory processing centers. The visual cortex, that part that handles what you see, it might start picking up signals from the auditory cortex, the part that processes sound.
So instead of just hearing a killer guitar riff, you might actually see it, like a burst of color. Wild.
Exactly. And this whole psychedelic synesthesia connection has a long history with art. Think about Wassily Kandinsky, the abstract artist. His paintings, all those colors and shapes, people say they were inspired by his own synesthesia experiences. Like he was painting the music he was hearing in his head.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense. His paintings do have this musical quality to them.
It makes you think, right? Like psilocybin could really be enhancing creativity, helping artists access these incredible sensory experiences. And it's not just painting either. Music's full of artists who experimented with psilocybin and synesthesia. Jimi Hendrix, for example, those incredible, colorful guitar solos. He said he could actually see music in colors.
Wow. To think something found in nature could unlock those levels of creativity. But this whole sensory blending thing, it's not just for art, right? You mentioned tasting shapes earlier. Are chefs getting in on this too?
Oh, absolutely. Chefs are all about pushing boundaries, and now they're figuring out how to create these multi-sensory dining experiences. It goes way beyond just what's on your plate. Imagine, the flavors are enhanced by music, the lighting, even specific scents. It's all designed to, really blow your mind, sensually speaking.
Like a trip to another dimension, but through food.
Yeah, exactly. Humans are hardwired to want to explore and blend their senses. And psilocybin, well, it shows us just how much potential our senses really have.
It's amazing to think that these mushrooms, from ancient rituals to modern art to the future of food, have so much to teach us about ourselves and the world we live in. It's wild to think about how psilocybin changes how we see things, how we experience the world. Makes you think about what else it can do, beyond just, the whole trip thing.
It's a big question, for sure. Our sources, they mostly focused on the hallucinogenic side, naturally.
Yeah.
But there's actually a ton of research happening right now on using psilocybin in therapy.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about potentially treating things like depression, anxiety, even PTSD, serious stuff. And the research is still early, but what's cool is that we're starting to understand how it could actually work.
And it goes back to that whole default mode network thing, that inner critic we were talking about. Researchers, they think that when psilocybin kind of quiets that down, it might help to reset those negative thought patterns, especially the ones that show up with depression.
So it's clearing out the mental cobwebs, making space for new, better connections to grow.
Yeah, exactly. It's not about forgetting or erasing anything, but more like shifting perspective, opening the door for some real emotional breakthroughs. And it's not just depression either. There are studies looking at how psilocybin might help with addiction too, by reducing cravings and making it easier to change behavior.
It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. Something that some people see as just recreational could have this incredible power to heal.
It really speaks to just how powerful these fungi are. They affect our consciousness in ways we're only just beginning to wrap our heads around. But we definitely have to emphasize responsible use here.
100%. Psilocybin isn't some magic cure-all. You gotta treat it with respect, approach it carefully. If anyone out there is thinking about trying psilocybin, do your research, talk to a medical professional. It's crucial.
Couldn't agree more. It's about informed exploration, not, just diving in without thinking.
Well said. We've covered so much ground today, the science behind these mushrooms, the way they can make our senses go haywire in the best way possible. We even touched on their therapeutic potential. So where do we go from here? What does the future hold for fungi?
It's a big question, right? People have been fascinated by fungi forever. Food, medicine, spiritual exploration, you name it. But I have this feeling we're just getting started. There's so much more we can learn from these organisms, about ourselves, about the universe, everything.
It really feels like we're on the verge of something huge, like a whole new understanding of fungi and what they're capable of.
Here's something to think about as we wrap things up. What if, by really digging deep into these fungal mysteries, we unlock even bigger secrets about the human brain? about the nature of consciousness itself. It's a bit daunting, but exciting too, don't you think?
Definitely something to ponder. It seems like the more we learn about fungi, the more we realize how much more there is to learn. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of psilocybin mushrooms, everybody.
As we conclude our deep dive into the fascinating realm of mushrooms and mind, the psychological effects of fungal experiences, we've discovered how these organisms profoundly impact our consciousness. But now, let's turn our gaze skyward and embark on an adventure that's truly out of this world.
Ooh, I'm on the edge of my seat, Myco. What cosmic exploration do you have in store for us?
Prepare for liftoff, Mira. Our next deep dive will transport us from Earth to Mars and beyond, as we explore the astonishing potential for fungal life in the vast expanse of space.
Now that's a mind-expanding journey I can't wait to take. So we'll be uncovering the possibilities of fungal organisms thriving in otherworldly environments.
Absolutely. The resilience and adaptability of fungi on Earth hint at their potential to survive and perhaps even flourish in the extreme conditions of other planets, or even in the depths of interstellar space.
Sounds like we're in for an exhilarating expedition, Myco. Let's blast off and delve into this incredible topic. Fasten your seatbelts, everyone. It's time to boldly go where no mycologist has gone before.
All right, folks, you heard it from Mira. We'll be lifting off shortly after this break, exploring the incredible potential for fungal life in space. From Earth to Mars and far beyond, we'll uncover the mysteries of these resilient organisms in the cosmos. Stay tuned, because our journey is just beginning.
Get ready to explore the final frontier, but not in the way you might expect. Get this, the possibility of mushrooms in space.
Really?
Yeah, mushrooms in space.
Wow.
My mind is kind of blown, honestly.
Yeah, it's a fascinating area of study, to be sure.
It really is.
You know, we always picture, like, little green aliens, right?
Right.
We think about life on other planets, but
Yeah.
the idea of fungi, like specifically mushrooms, being these, like, cosmic pioneers is a wild concept.
Totally. It really makes you wonder if we've been looking for life in all the wrong places this whole time. One of the first things that stood out to me from these articles was, fungi, they aren't even plants, right?
Right.
I always just lump them in with the plant world,
Yeah.
but they're totally separate.
They're a completely different kingdom, yeah.
Okay, so break that down for me. What makes them so different?
Well, they're neither plant nor animal. Fungi are unique.
Okay.
They have eukaryotic cells like plants and animals, but their structure, their function are completely different.
Okay, so what does that mean, having eukaryotic cells?
So eukaryotic cells are more complex than, say, bacteria.
Okay.
They have a nucleus, which is like the control center of the cell, right?
Right.
And other specialized structures called organelles.
Mm-hmm.
This complexity makes fungi incredibly resilient and adaptable, gives them an advantage in harsh environments, lets them evolve and adapt in ways that simpler organisms can't.
So it's like their cells are ready for anything.
Exactly, yeah. And it's not just their cells. Fungi grow through these massive underground networks called mycelium, and they are incredibly efficient at absorbing nutrients from their surroundings.
So instead of thinking about just like individual mushrooms popping up, we're talking about this giant, interconnected
Exactly.
organism. That's wild.
Yeah.
And speaking of wild, one of the articles mentioned fungi thriving in Chernobyl.
Oh, wow.
Chernobyl.
Yeah.
That's a place you wouldn't expect to find much life
No.
at all.
And yet you have fungi there that feed on radiation.
What?
They don't just tolerate it, they utilize it as a source of energy.
So they've adapted to survive, even thrive, in one of the most contaminated places on the planet.
Isn't that incredible?
It's also a little terrifying at the same time. But is that why scientists are so interested in this connection between fungi and space?
It's a big part of it. It shows just how resilient and adaptable fungi are. And this leads us to another really intriguing aspect of fungi. They're spores.
Okay.
You know, the things that help mushrooms spread.
Right, like tiny little fungal seeds.
Exactly. And they are incredibly tough. These spores can withstand extreme temperatures, radiation, even the vacuum of space.
Really?
It's this resilience that led scientists to consider the concept of panspermia.
Okay, now there's a word I haven't heard in a while. What exactly does panspermia mean?
Yeah, so it's essentially the idea that life, and that could include fungi, could travel through space on things like meteorites or comets.
Oh, wow.
These space rocks could act as vehicles, carrying these life forms to different planets and potentially even seeding life in new environments.
So you're saying a meteorite could smash into a planet carrying fungal spores and potentially start life there?
It's a possibility.
That's mind-blowing. It makes you wonder if life on Earth could have originated from spores hitching a ride on a comet millions of years ago.
Yeah.
But if these spores are the key, how would they even survive long enough in the harsh environment of space to reach another planet?
Well, that's the incredible thing about them, right? They've evolved to survive these incredible journeys. They can actually lie dormant for extended periods.
Oh, wow.
Just waiting for the right conditions to reactivate.
So they're like the ultimate survivalists.
Exactly.
Just waiting to spring to life when they find a suitable planet.
It's a great way to put it.
So where are scientists looking? Are there any prime candidates in our solar system?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Mars is an obvious one.
Mars. Okay.
It's been a focal point for the search for extraterrestrial life for decades now.
Right, for good reason.
For good reason.
I mean, we've got rovers up there right now, uncovering more and more about the planet.
Exactly.
Like evidence that it may have once been much warmer and wetter than it is now?
Exactly. And while it's a pretty harsh environment today, right?
Yeah.
You've got those freezing temperatures, thin atmosphere.
Right.
But there's evidence of water ice beneath the surface.
Okay.
And our rovers have even found organic compounds, which are, the building blocks of life as we know it.
Right.
And these are all things that fungi, with their incredible adaptability and their ability to utilize, unusual resources, could potentially use to survive.
So even though Mars looks pretty barren on the surface, there might be enough there for our little fungal friends to get a foothold.
That's the hope.
Wow.
And it's not just Mars that's got scientists buzzing.
Oh.
Some of the articles you shared mentioned Jupiter's moon, Europa, and Saturn's moon, Enceladus.
Okay.
Now, these are fascinating because they're covered in ice.
Okay.
But scientists believe that beneath those icy shells lie vast, potentially habitable oceans.
Okay, so we're talking about hidden oceans miles beneath the surface.
Yeah.
What makes those potentially habitable, though? I mean, it seems like they'd be incredibly dark and cold.
Right. Well, that's where things get even more interesting. Scientists believe that hydrothermal vents, similar to those found in the deepest parts of our own oceans, might exist on these icy moons.
Okay, I remember we touched on hydrothermal vents earlier, but remind me why those are so significant.
Yeah. So hydrothermal vents, they're like underwater geysers.
Okay.
Spewing out heat and chemicals from the moon's core.
Oh, okay.
And it's energy, but it's not from sunlight like we're used to.
Right.
And here on Earth, those vents support a surprising amount of life. We're talking about these unique ecosystems that exist in complete darkness, fueled by chemosynthesis rather than photosynthesis.
So instead of using sunlight for energy like plants do,
Right.
these organisms are getting their energy from chemicals.
Exactly. And guess what type of organisms are found thriving in those extreme environments here on Earth?
I have a feeling I know the answer, but you tell me.
Fungi.
Fungi, of course. It's it's the recurring theme here.
Exactly.
So if they can handle those conditions on Earth, it makes sense to think they could exist in similar environments on other planets or moons.
Makes sense, yeah.
That's incredible, and it really changes how we think about where life might be hiding in the universe.
Absolutely. It broadens our perspective beyond just looking for these Earth-like planets with sunlight and surface water.
Right.
And here's where things get even more exciting.
Okay.
At least for, us humans.
Yeah.
These articles, they weren't just about the potential for finding fungi in space.
Okay.
They were also talking about fungi as potential allies in space exploration.
Okay, so not just something we might stumble upon out there,
Right.
but something we could actually bring with us and utilize.
Exactly.
Tell me more. This is fascinating.
Think about it. We've already talked about fungi and their ability to survive in harsh environments, utilize limited resources, and even break down waste. These are all incredibly valuable characteristics for long-duration space missions.
Right, especially when you consider the challenges of carrying everything we need with us
Huge.
on a trip to, say, Mars.
Exactly.
Being able to utilize resources that are already there would be game-changing.
Absolutely. And some fungi are incredibly efficient at breaking down pollutants.
Okay.
And even radiation. So they could play a vital role in bioremediation, cleaning up any messes we make, and potentially even making those harsh environments more habitable for us.
It's like having a self-sustaining cleaning crew
It's true.
that can also provide all these other benefits.
Yeah.
What else can they do?
Well, certain types of fungi could actually provide a sustainable food source for astronauts.
Okay.
Imagine cultivating like oyster mushrooms or button mushrooms right there on Mars.
Freshly grown space shrooms.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah.
But how would we even begin to grow anything in those environments?
Right. And that's where, fungal mycelium, those incredible networks we talked about,
Yeah.
come into play again.
Okay.
Researchers are exploring the potential of using mycelium to actually grow building materials in space.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
So we could, construct habitats
Imagine,
out of fungi.
constructing habitats on Mars using fungal bricks.
Wow, that sounds like something straight out of Star Trek.
It's pretty amazing.
Okay, so I have to ask, if this is even a remote possibility,
Yeah.
what are the ethical implications here?
Oh, that's a big one.
I mean, if there's existing fungal life on these planets, do we have the right to just go in there and start farming it, building with it, using it for our own purposes?
It's a crucial question,
Yeah.
and it's one that scientists and ethicists are really grappling with right now.
Yeah.
We have to consider, the potential for contamination,
Right.
not just, bringing something from Earth to these pristine environments,
Right.
potentially bringing something back that
yeah.
could be harmful.
Right. Like the classic sci-fi trope.
Exactly.
Alien microbe wipes out humanity.
Exactly.
But beyond that, I mean, it seems like there's a bigger philosophical question here.
Absolutely.
If we encounter life on another planet, even if it's in the form of fungi,
Yeah.
how do we interact with it?
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Respectfully and
Responsibly.
It's a big one.
It's huge. It really challenges us to rethink our place in the universe
It really does.
and how we view other life forms, even if they're not little green aliens. Like we always picture if we were to find fungi or even evidence of past fungal life on Mars or Europa,
It would be monumental.
it would completely change our understanding of life itself.
Right. So
To know that it's not just this, one-off thing that happened here on Earth,
right.
but that it's found a way to exist in multiple places.
In ways we haven't even imagined.
It's ways we haven't even imagined, exactly.
Yeah.
This is why I love these deep dives.
It's amazing.
We started with mushrooms, and now we're contemplating, the very nature of life in the universe.
It's true.
It's incredible.
It all comes back to, these often overlooked organisms we share our planet with. Fungi are remarkable
They are.
in their resilience, their adaptability, their potential.
It really makes you appreciate the sheer diversity of life on Earth
Absolutely.
and the incredible potential for what else might be out there.
And what else might be out there? Exactly. There's still so much we don't know. So many mysteries to unravel.
Well, Myco listeners, we've journeyed from the depths of our oceans to the possibility of fungal cities on Mars, and we've explored some pretty big questions about what it means to encounter life beyond Earth. If this deep dive has taught us anything, it's that the world of fungi is full of surprises, and the search for life beyond Earth is far from over. So keep looking up, keep asking questions, because the cosmos is full of wonders waiting to be discovered. And now, Myco listeners, prepare your ears for something truly spectacular. We're thrilled to introduce you to a new realm of music where the harmony of sound meets the rhythms of fungi and spore base. Join us as we explore the captivating melodies created by merging music with the wonders of mycology. Get ready to groove to the fungal frequencies as Myco-verse Productions takes you on an auditory adventure like no other.
drink straight, pound for pound. We love our fungi, that's no surprise. But let's keep our legal deals open wide. With mushrooms galore, there's knowledge to share. But don't go sneaking into shady affairs. We're here to educate, that's our main goal. Not to lead you down an unlawful hole. The Myco disclaimer, we're keeping it real, with a sprinkle of fun and a dash of appeal. Learn about fungi, explore what they do, but always remember the law's watching you. The Myco disclaimer, it's catchy, you'll see. Just keep it legal and you'll be carefree. Now listen up friends, we gotta be clear. No condoning the antics that might bring you fear. While we dive deep into the Myco mystique, stay on the right side, don't be a sneak. We love a good trip, but here's the catch. Check with a pro before you dispatch. Healthcare providers are your best mates, so consult them first, don't tempt fate. The Myco disclaimer, we're keeping it real, with a sprinkle of fun and a dash of appeal. Learn about fungi, explore what they do, but always remember the law's watching you. The Myco disclaimer, it's catchy, you'll see. Just keep it legal and you'll be carefree. Don't get tangled up in any misadventures. We're here for the fun, not any legal censure. So if you're curious, just play it smart. Knowledge is power, now that's the art. So let's raise a toast to mushrooms and lore, but stay on the right path, that's what we're for. So explore the fungi, let your mind expand, but do it with caution, this is our stand. We're not liable for what you decide, just remember the rules and take them in stride. In the spirit of safety, let's all agree, be curious and free, but legally. So here's to the mushrooms, the fun that we seek. Just keep it legit and you'll never be meek. The Myco disclaimer, we're keeping it real, with a sprinkle of fun and a dash of appeal. Learn about fungi, explore what they do, but always remember the law's watching you. The Myco disclaimer, it's catchy, you'll see. Just keep it legal and you'll be carefree. Consider yourselves forewarned, let's laugh and play. In the world of mushrooms we'll find our way. With humor and wisdom we'll light up the night. Just keep it all legal and you'll be alright. Go Myco, go Myco, Myco, mycology. Go Myco, go Myco, go Myco, Myco, mycology. Yeah. Go Myco, go Myco, Myco, mycology. Go Myco, go Myco, go Myco, Myco, mycology. Yeah. Go Myco, go Myco, Myco, mycology. Go Myco, go Myco, Myco, mycology. Yeah, go Myco, my Myco, mycology. Go Myco, go Myco, mycology. Go Myco, go Myco, Myco, mycology. Yeah, go Myco, my Myco, mycology. In the realm of spores where the magic's alive, let's stir up the flavors and watch them thrive. From earthy delights to the sweetest of treats, in the spore-centric symphony, feel the heartbeats. We'll dance with the fungi, let our spirits soar. With every new creation we're craving for more. Chopping up the herbs, mixing colors so bright. In this culinary masterpiece everything feels right. It's a spore-centric symphony, join the ride. With mushrooms and flavors, let's take pride. Psychedelic vibes, in this kitchen we thrive. In this world of fungi, we feel so alive. Pouring out the colors, a canvas divine. With each sprinkle of spice, we're crossing the line. From risotto to tacos, let the flavors unite. In this spore-centric journey, we're feeling the light. Gather around the table, let's share what we've made. With laughter and stories, let's never fade. Each bite's an adventure, a journey so grand. In this world of mushrooms, let's take a stand. It's a spore-centric symphony, join the ride. With mushrooms and flavors, let's take pride. Psychedelic vibes, in this kitchen we thrive. In this world of fungi, we feel so so alive. We dance through the night with the moon shining bright. We're crafting our magic in the soft starlight. With friends by our side, let's raise our toast high. In this mushroom melody, we'll always fly. The warmth of connection, the joy in our hearts. In this four-centric symphony, we're all works of art. With every shared laugh, we weave a new song. In this culinary tapestry where we all belong. So tame those shrooms, let them glisten and glow. With garlic and onions, let the aroma flow. In this colorful kitchen, we're mixing it right. With each spoonful of love, we ignite the night. From appetizers to desserts, let the journey unfold. In this world of flavors, we're brave and bold. Every creation we craft is a story to tell. In this four-centric symphony, we're under a spell. It's a four-centric symphony, join the ride. With mushrooms and flavors, let's take pride. Psychedelic vibes, in this kitchen we thrive. In this world of fungi, we feel so alive. Gather your friends, it's time for a feast. With dishes so vibrant, we're the ultimate beast. From savory pastas to delightful pies. In this mushroom magic, we'll reach for the skies. As the night dances on, we'll play and we'll laugh. In this four-centric journey, let's create our own path. With flavors entwined and spirits set free. In this culinary adventure, it's you and me. Gather your friends, it's time for a feast. With dishes so vibrant, we're the ultimate beast. From savory pastas to delightful pies. In this mushroom magic, we'll reach for the skies. As the night dances on, we'll play and we'll laugh. In this four-centric journey, let's create our own path. With flavors entwined and spirits set free. In this culinary adventure, it's you and me. Of the night as we stir and we blend. In this world of mushrooms, let the fun never end. With every bite taken, let the good vibes flow. In this four-centric symphony, we're stealing the show. So raise up your glasses, let's toast to the night. In this magical moment, everything feels right. With mushrooms and laughter, we're dancing in sync. In this world of flavors, we're ready to think. As the night winds down with smiles all around, let's savor these moments where love can be found. In this four-centric symphony, we shared our delight. With every flavor crafted, we've taken flight. So here's to the journey and all that we've made. In this culinary realm, our dreams will not fade. With memories to cherish and stories to share. In this four-centric symphony, we'll always care. It's a four-centric symphony, join the ride. With mushrooms and flavors, let's take pride. Psychedelic vibes, in this kitchen we thrive. In this world of fungi, we feel so alive. So gather your friends, let's celebrate more. In this four-centric journey, we'll always explore. With laughter and joy, let's dance through the night. In this magical kitchen, everything feels right. It's the Mushroom Network back on the tracks. Pull jack through the mushrooms, rock the tight. Taco Tuesday, but we're taking a flight. Salsa on the side, feeling that vibe. Each bite hits hard like a psychedelic drive to the tortilla. Flavors explode with every crunch, let the journey unfold. Psilocybin energy breaking the mold. In this kitchen, magic, our stories are told. Tacos and tripping, we living free. Savoring the moment, just you and me. With the psilocybin flavors, we break the decree. Culinary highs, let your spirit see. In the glow of the night, we feast on these dreams. Flavorful tacos bursting at the seams. Each bite a connection, or so it seems. In this roomy adventure, life redeems. Mushroom and broccoli ham pies in a mix. With every taste, we're just feeling the bliss. In this culinary realm, we won't miss feeding our souls with a shroomy kiss. Under the moonlight, where our spirits dance. In this taco fiesta, we take our chance. Each flavor a memory, a sweet romance. In this world of mushrooms, we find our stance. Chop it up for veggies, let's bring the heat. Cilantro and lime, it's a flavorful feat. With every layer built, our journey's complete. In the shroomy kitchen, we can't be beat. Let's roll up our sleeves grand. In this culinary trip, let's take a stand. With each taco crafted, we'll make our brand. In this world of flavors, we're never bland. Tacos and tripping, we living free. Savor in the moment, just you and me. With psilocybin flavors, we break the decree. Culinary highs, let your spirit see. Feel the energy rise, let the vibes flow. In this vibrant kitchen, we're stealing the show. With every ingredient, let our passions grow. In this culinary dance, we're in the know. As we taste the creed, let the flavors ignite. In this world of shrooms, we're taking flight. Each bite a journey, each sip of delight. In this psychedelic kitchen, we're shining bright. With laughter and joy, we gather around. In this taco paradise, our hearts are found. With every flavor shared, we break ground. In this culinary adventure, our souls are unbound. So let's fill our plates, let's make a toast to the magic of mushrooms, something we love most. In this vibrant kitchen, we're never a ghost. We're alive in the flavors and the moments we boast. Sipping on our drinks, feeling the groove. In this psychedelic journey, let your spirit move. With each taste we take, we find our groove. In this world of flavors, let's make our move. Tacos and tripping, we living free. Savor in the moment, just you and me. With the psilocybin flavors, we break the decree. Culinary highs, let your spirit see. Something that me, my word, with a bright tree. Wickedly, we're back on the back scrubs to the natural. We reach these spirits, we get the crew dance. Put up in our way, things with the groove. In this psychedelic journey, let your spirit the blue. With each taste we take, we find our groove. In this world of flavors, let's make our move. Tacos and tripping, we living free. Savor in the moment, just you and me. With the psilocybin flavors, we break the decree. Culinary highs, let your spirit see. We start to heal in this culinary cosmos. Let's seal the deal. With each bite taken, our hearts will feel. Creating connections with every dish served. In this world of mushrooms, we all deserve. From the flavors we love to the trips we've observed. In this kitchen of dreams, our passions can serve. The night unfolds, so the flavors entwine. In this taco heaven where the stars align. With every shared laugh we redefine. In the psychedelic journey, everything's fine. We'll roll up and produce, let's cross something new. With mushrooms and love, we'll make our debut. In this world of flavors, let's chase what is true. This culinary adventure is just me and you. With every bite taken, we elevate our game. In the sugar kitchen, we're never the same. With tacos in hand, let's rise to fame. In this culinary journey, we'll stake our claim. Tacos and tripping, we living free. Savor in the moment, just you and me. With the psilocybin flavors, we break the decree. Culinary highs, let your spirit see. Go, go mushroom, go mushroom, mushroom, mushroom. Go mushroom, the mushroom network, go mushroom. Oh yeah, go mushroom, go mushroom, mushroom, mushroom. Go. Go mushroom, go mushroom, mushroom, mushroom. Go mushroom, mushroom, go mushroom. Tripped out in the forest, sports got me buzzing. Cap on my head like it's magic or something. Gills underfoot, stepping on the plum plush. Fungi in the system, got reality crushed. Room juice sipping, vision starts slipping. Colors on the trees got me tripping, no kidding. Stems in the basket, mind go elastic. Bass in the chest, groove so fantastic. Mushroom, off we going wild in the dark. Psychedelic night, spinning webs like a lark. Shuffle, shuffle moves, feel the ground start to spark. Fantasy in the brain, we ignite this park. We ignite this park. Fungus among us, life's a spore explosion. In this mycelium, bodies in motion. Caps in the mix like jewels for the taking. Mind cake bacon, reality shaking. Bass drop hits like a storm in the night. Fungal dreams lift, we soar to new heights. Grooving with the glow, phosphorescent delight. Sap of the earth, take flight, hold tight. Mushroom, now we going wild in the dark. Psychedelic night, spinning webs like a lark. Shuffle, shuffle moves, feel the ground start to spark. Fantasy in the brain, we ignite this park. trembles, hi-fi they unfurl, subterranean bass shaking the world. Mystic moves groove in a trance we're curled. Trippy trap beats hitting hard and whirled. Cap and stem crew, our vibe ain't playing. High on sports, psychedelics swaying. Gills vibrate in the soil we're staying. Fungi funk step, mycelium blazing. Mushroom puff, we going wild in the dark. Psychedelic night spinning webs like a lark. Truffle shuffle moves, feel the ground start to spark. Fantasy in the brain, we ignite this park. Lost in the rave of a mushroom rave. Vibes that save, shrooms behave. We misbehave in the cave of a myco rhythm, a myco wave. Tripped out in the forest, spores got me buzzing. Cap on my head like it's magic or something. Gills underfoot, stepping on the pump. Plush fungi in the system, got reality crushed. Strong juice sipping, vision starts slipping. Colors on the trees got me tripping, no kipping. Stems in the basket, mind go elastic. Bass in the chest, groove so fantastic. Mushroom bounce, we going wild in the dark. Psychedelic night, spinning webs like a lark. Truffle shuffle moves, feel the ground start to spark. Fantasy in the brain, we ignite this park. Fungus among us, life's a spore explosion. In this mycelium, bodies in motion. Caps in the mix like jewels for the taking. Mind cake bacon, reality shaking. Bass drop hits like the storm in the night. Fungal dreams lift, we soar to new heights. Grooving with the glow, phosphorescent delight. Sap of the earth, take flight, hold tight. Mushroom thoughts, we going wild in the dark. Psychedelic night, spinning webs like a lark. Truffle shuffle moves, feel the ground start to spark. Fantasy in the brain, we ignite this park. Trembles, hi-fi unfurl, subterranean bass shaking the world. Mystic moves groove in a trance we're curled. Trippy trap beats hitting hard and whirled. Cap and stem crew, our vibe ain't playing. High on sports, psychedelics swaying. Gills vibrate in the soil we're staying. Fungi funk step, mycelium blazing. Mushroom bounce, we going wild in the dark. Psychedelic night, spinning webs like a lark. Truffle shuffle moves, feel the ground start to spark. Fantasy in the brain, we ignite this park. Lost in the rave of a mushroom rave. Vibes that save, shrooms behave. We misbehave in the cave of a myco rhythm, a myco wave. Fungus among us.